Ooh, did it work? Did it work? Oh, it did. Hello, Facebook webcam. Look at that. Yay. Hey guys, it's Amara. How are you? It is exactly midnight it's midnight 01 on Friday. Now it is Friday, officially Friday. But I wanted to make sure I didn't miss a day of VEDA. I've been super, super busy. VEDA, super, super busy. And it's Cherry Blossom Week. And I thought what we could do on this live stream would be to talk about cherry blossom like bucket list goals I have. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can figure out, this is a brand new platform, so bear with me. I'm going to see if I can find a way to share this noise. Oh my gosh, looks like it's been made relatively easy by YouTube. The question is, can Amara log into her social medias? She can! Pop up Cherry Blossom live stream. Ooh, yeah, if you type in cherry blossom right now into Twitter, it shows a little cherry blossom icon. That's fun. On YouTube. Sorry, guys. I know some people can do all this like writing and thinking and talking to you at the same time thing. I'll get there. But for now, I'm just happy that there's a much faster interface for this. So I'm going to actually also write VEDA on here. So yay, cool. Oh, let's throw the other ones on. And we should also cover the SSS VEDA question from yesterday and the one from today. So all that stuff we're going to do here on this video. I'm so excited. Mara's cute. VEDA, how have you guys been? How's your day been going? Your week been going? It's Friday. I definitely have a good case of the fry yays going on. I'm very, very excited about the fact that it is Friday. So I hope you guys are too. So yeah, let's talk first of all about my bucket list goals. I'm gonna turn you this way. This is a fun picture here. These are things I like that I've never really talked about on any of the things. I really like fortunes. So these are like fortune telling cards from machines. These are fortunes from like fortune cookies, and long-standing collection of these things. And these are pictures. These are little Instamax pictures from the day it snowed here in Seattle. This is me being all, because it was super surprising. And these are actually Purakura pictures from Harajuku when I was there with a friend of mine just, oh man, a couple months ago. So time's moving fast, and I've got them cherry blossom feels. So let's talk about cherry blossoms and what I'm really excited about in the future. So this is kind of my Japanese cherry blossom bucket list. I am really hopeful. First of all, the thing that always gets me, the thing that is always the thing that makes me sad, I'm not in Japan, when it shows up on my Instagram feed is, and you guys probably know this one, it's the Sakura cherry blossom lattes. I see pictures all over the place. Here's the deal. Like, I'm not going to say it's a rant, but here's the deal. I live in a world where I live actually in the world of Starbucks. I live in Seattle. So you'd think that we'd have like a lot more options potentially with Starbucks, or like the ability to try things that are special. No, that's not how that goes at all, actually. Starbucks still kind of shares its domestic line with its domestic area, which is fine. I'm just wondering why, when they offer like international beverages, there's not more of like a touring selection of beverages. I just feel like they could do great things by acknowledging the fact that people are interested in all kinds of things internationally. So anyway, one of the things I really love is the pictures I see of the cherry blossom frappuccino, latte, whatever cherry blossom Starbucks beverages that happen. They're always kind of pink. They're always really pretty. They match some of my favorite colors. I'm all about some of that. This isn't pink, but this is flowers. I was way into the scarf this season. Now it's just like I'm still into it, but it's not quite cherry blossom. So sorry, I don't have a cherry blossom scarf. You guys, any of you have a cherry blossom scarf or a cherry blossom like piece of clothing? I have a couple. I have like a dress that's got some cherry blossoms on it. So one of the other things I'm really hopeful to get to do in the future that has to do with cherry blossoms in Japan is I really want to go see a number of the really famous views of Mount Fuji. That's something I've always kind of wanted to do. I've never seen Mount Fuji, at least. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever actually seen it. So I'd really like to see it, but I'd most like to see it from some of the really beautiful views that are very classic and historical there. A lot of those are from, oh, what's his name? He's a wood print, a block artist. I want to say it's Hato. I'm going to say this wrong. An artist. Anyway, the one who does the really famous picture, I think you've seen The Great Wave. That's actually a picture of one of the viewings. I'm pretty sure it's a picture of one of the viewings of cherry blossoms in Japan. And there's a number of them. There's a lot of classical history here. I'm having to dig back into stuff I haven't thought about in a long time. But there are a number of really famous places to view Mount Fuji from. And I'd like to see some of those places during cherry blossom season. So that's just me personally. I wouldn't mind walking to the top of Mount Fuji, well, to like, you know, a good point on Mount Fuji also during cherry blossom season. That would be super exciting for me also. So those are some of the things. Other things I really want to do that are cherry blossom related while I'm in Japan someday. I'm really interested in trying seasonal foods there. Seasonal foods are a big part of all kinds of culture across Japan. But cherry blossom season, they're so pretty. And now that I've had a little bit, if you guys didn't see, there was a video about a taste test I did of some Japanese cherry and plum blossom products I found here in Seattle. If you want to check that one out, I think that's like day 2 of VEDA from this year. Yeah, so now that I've gone and tasted something with a little bit of cherry blossom flavor, now I really am interested in seeing and experiencing food that's actually there and actually seasonal. I just think it would be super fun. It would be really cool to do hanabe that way. So yeah, that would be great. Another thing, so like all kinds of stuff like sweets, and I've seen like savory foods and foods that are maybe not even like different in flavor, but just have like cherry blossom prints on them. And speaking of things like cherry blossom prints, I'm interested also in what kind of products come out that time of the year. You know, your cute products, your Hello Kitties, your special edition Gudetamas, those sort of things, but also the stuff that's like, but also the things that have to do with, I don't know, products that are more local. So are there like various household products that come out that are like fragrance, like cherry blossoms? I bet there are. One of my kind of grand interests recently in noticing trend differences across country lines is I noticed that Louise Pentland, who has a channel, I think the channel is still called Sprinkle of Glitter, but if not, it's Louise Pentland now. And she does, she's mom, she does a lot of mom stuff. And lately she's been getting into these cleaning videos, and she has this like fantastic, like, I think it's rhubarb scented cleaning product by Method. Now Method makes cleaning products here in the US, but I cannot find one. And then I had to look on the website, and apparently we don't do rhubarb flavor or fragranced cleaning products here. And I was like, well, that kind of is a bummer. I would really actually like to experience a rhubarb scented cleaning product opportunity. And that's just not a thing I've run into. So kind of a shame there, but I'm excited to, it's always exciting to discover those things when you travel. So there's the pro and the con of this. Like the con is that I can't have these things now. And the pro is that I get to look forward to experiencing them later. All right, we're about 8 minutes now. I'm going to hop into the SSS VEDA part of this. Hey guys, what's up? I wonder, you guys, I've been so busy lately. I haven't noticed that this new chat form had happened. Does anyone have thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments below. It's an interesting format, this YouTube Live. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. It looks like it's got the the chat over the side. You've got your like top chat. There's a live chat, messages that are visible there. You can drop emojis. Get your emoji gang on. Emoji gang. I've been having a lot of people singing the Gucci Gang song near me recently. So to my emoji gang. Oh, I'll drop the cool shades one. Dropping shades. Is that what is it? Dropping shade. If I dropped shades, or is that just a ridiculous play on words that makes me slightly happy when it's this late and I haven't yet had dinner? I know I haven't had dinner, but I'm just being honest with you guys. I haven't had dinner yet. I've been working too hard. too much work day. So speaking of getting your, but let's talk about that. It's too much work because I'm getting things done because I got a lot of hustle going on. I recorded a podcast, actually 2 podcast episodes with my friend / co-host, Dania, I always say her last name wrong. AOC? OC? I'm going to say it wrong. She's going to tell me later. Sorry, Dania. But she and I did some podcasts that have to do with pop culture that I think you guys will enjoy. A lot of laughter in these, a lot of like fun times. And to be candid, while it is a podcast, it's also a really good opportunity to get to talk to my friend. And I've been really, as I mentioned, busy lately, and I haven't had much time for kind of downtime and girl time. And that's one of the great things that comes out of that podcast. I think there's something really special about podcasts that come from a sense of, here's a moment into a relationship that we have, that we're friends and we chat sometimes. And that's exactly how that podcast happened. Oh, I love that too. It's on iTunes. It's on Libsyn. You can drop us Anchor comments that can theoretically be injected into episodes. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen. If you are looking for a new pop culture podcast and you want to go and experience one that is fun and freeform and has like elements. The last one had, you guys, like, spoilers. There were space bears and it was about plot and character. So how does that even happen? The way you figure that out is you subscribe to the podcast. Yeah. Anyway, let's hop on to SSS VEDA. I'm going to go right on into Amy Landino's page and look at what she's doing. Dino. Oh, I just sang a little bit of her name. That's fun. I watched her sing some books today, so. And any of you guys participating in SSS VEDA, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you are tackling a series of some variety, if it's your first VEDA, if it's your last one, and I'll see if I can figure out a way to check that out. I'm always interested in what's going on when people are vlogging every day in April or in August, but in this case, it's April. I just found a link to her 2014 SSS VEDA. That's not going to help us. Shocked a little bit that came to the top, though. Vlog every day. Oop, 2018. Here it is. This is the 10th biannual event, according to her website, and I believe Miss Amy. Alrighty, so I'm going to scroll to the bottom. If you do decide to do SSS VEDA, and you can start, if you are going, oh, I'm sad, I wish I'd done vlog every day in April, you can catch up, or you could just participate. You could just start now. It's pretty free form. So we'll do day 4 question. How do you volunteer your time / give back? So there's a lot of ways, actually. This is a great question. I'm really passionate, actually, about volunteer work and being involved with my community. With specifically YouTube, I helped to start the YouTube philanthropy initiative for Seattle because I wanted Seattle creators to get out into the world and do good with this wonderful format that we have. And that's part of kind of the values of Seattle in the Pacific Northwest is volunteerism is kind of part of your life. We have a special event in Seattle called Seattle Works Day, where during one day, all kinds of organizations, and we're talking big organizations, your Microsofts and your Amazons and your Googles and your Tableau and, all of the big companies that roll around in Seattle and smaller companies, and they put together teams. Everybody goes and they're assigned projects to fix things. Usually it's things like public parks, or they get into things that have to do with let's see here, other things like public parks. And I was part of a project one time that helped build some things in the city that needed to happen, having to do with recovery organizations, any kind of thing that Seattle Works is involved with, which is primarily, the stuff that nonprofits are involved with. They get groups of people, those people go to a specific site and they do nonprofit work there. And it can be an amazingly fun time. I've never, ever done volunteer work with Seattle Works Day and not had a blast. So let's start with that. There's a party at the end for people who take part in it. You pay a little entrance fee, but that fee takes care of the cost of the meal you get at the end. It takes care of a lot of their operating expenses for the entire year, and it covers the like things like you get a t-shirt and all this sort of stuff. It makes it so you are taking part in the betterment of the place you're from. And I really wish this was like a program that existed everywhere for everyone, because I think it's such a cool way to volunteer. And it's just one of my favorites. There's also a volunteer event in Seattle called Figgy Pudding, where various groups get together and they collect money for charities or for their organizations, and they sing carols, and they just cover the street in like groups of people singing carols. So the answer to the question is volunteer work and things of that nature are part of not just my life, but are part of my YouTube life. I'm really interested in seeing where the Seattle YouTube team takes this kind of concept in the future. We've got some ideas coming, maybe having to do with Seattle Works Day 2.0, which we are Seattle worksing on figuring out when it's going to be. But that's happening for sure. So exciting. So that's my answer to kind of my volunteer work. I do a lot of that stuff. Oh, and sometimes I work with the Have a Heart team here in Seattle, which I adore. Go Have a Heart team. They do often things that have to do with food banks. Tell us about your family/kids. Sure. I have no kids. I used to have a cat. She's passed. It's sad. But not entirely sad, actually, because there's like a part of me that kind of essence of princesses around. That's nice. That's like a really wonderful thing. But let's see here. My family. So my family, I grew up in a sort of small family. I grew up with my mother and my brother. My father passed when I was pretty young. So I grew up in kind of this cool, like, trinity of teamwork. And my mother is a professor. We call her Dr. Mom on my YouTube videos. We actually made one over on the main channel, the lifestyle channel. That's Amara in Seattle, where lifestyle is an adventure. So we made a video over there, me and Mom. My younger brother and I also made a video on that same channel. In fact, we have one in this channel too, that is, or in the history of this channel also, that is about, the sibling squad videos. That's what we call ourselves when we get together. My younger brother, Makana, and I. And my dream for what he and I do with videos specifically on the main channel is that we do like episodes of my show Bucket Listed, where I check things off my bucket list. But I really love the idea of my brother and I checking things off our bucket list together. There was a lot of adventuring when we were growing up together. And I think that that's a really cool idea to like directly inject that kind of adventure where we go and we do something fun that you would do like with a sibling. That's kind of like a fun activity, but you guys get to like hang out and be part of it. So it's a little bit like hanging out with the spirit of like cool kinship, but like in a YouTube-y kind of way. And I'm interested in trying that in the future. He wanted to go gemstone digging the next time we're together. So maybe that's what we'll do. I will be actually going to North Carolina pretty soon. That's going to be a story that will almost for sure end up primarily on the main channel. But if that happens, y'all, hold on to your hats. All kinds of stuff is coming. So, woo. It's a good time to hit subscribe to this channel, to all the channels, because stuff is happening. I'm excited about it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I haven't had dinner and it's 12:19 a.m. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dr. Mom. So those are the two questions for today. I'm going to leave. Oh, sorry, guys. I've got this wicked weird itch on my, like, you know, in that like area. Ugh, so horrible. Anyway, I wanted to, I'm not going to tackle today's question on SSS VEDA, because I'm hoping that will go with the video that is made for tomorrow, which I'm hoping will be a more standard kind of like comprise a video and share that with you. I just had work stuff that I had to do suddenly popped up. That's how life is. And now happily I can pop up like this on YouTube Live. Who knew? I did not. True facts. So I hope you guys had a little bit of fun chatting about things I want to see in Japan, like during cherry blossom season, things talking about like the public works that I've done and talking about those things. If any of that was interesting to you, or there are topics that I like stumbled into in there, space bears, you want to hear more about, let me know in the comments below. I'd really love, I know that I'm talking to you guys in this live chat form and about to hop off, but if you would leave me comments, that would be super cool, and we can kind of continue this dialogue. If any of you, again, are participating in VEDA, let me know in the comments below, and go team. You can do it. I believe in you. Should we read a fortune? Let's find out. Ooh, these are all, like, a bunch of them are the same. I shouldn't feel like that means they're more accurate, but I kind of do. Let's just read some lucky numbers. Okay, the fortune is that if you work really hard for your goals, you can achieve them slowly and surely through hard work. But your lucky numbers for today are 3, 5. Wait, is it the 5th? Whoa, it was the 5th. But I haven't slept yet. So is it still? Interesting. 3, 5, 24, 28, 35, 42. Bingo. So those are the lucky numbers. I don't know. I don't even think I like this fortune. So this one's not my favorite. Maybe we can find just one of these. Oh, this is a great one for what we were talking about. This one sits right here. It says, your dream must be bigger than your fear. That is great. Your dream must be bigger than your fear, y'all. But you know what else needs to be bigger? Your drive to get to that dream. I hope all of you are working, just moving towards the things that you're passionate about. I hope that all of you are finding adventures in the life that you lead and the things that you do, like we try and do on Amara in Seattle. And I hope that you are also working towards the life that you are aspiring to have, because, you know, life is for living. Anyway, love you guys. Have a good rest of the day. I'm going to go eat a little something so I can take my pill, and then I'm going to go sleep. What kind of pill is it? It's a prescribed kind. Okay. Bye, guys. Woo! Mysterious. Ooh. 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 Like a vampire with spiders. I'm still here because I just touched the screen. That doesn't actually do anything. Oh, night, friend. Hold on. The weird box. Let me see if I can expand the screen so I can see who said good night. Oh, hey, Di. How are you? I'm going to bed. I know. I'm up late. You are too. Girl boss, getting it. I know how it is. Anyway, bye.